Hello students, in today's lecture we will learn wave theory part 1. In today's lecture we will cover first is wave motion, second is speed of waves, third sound waves, and fourth displacement relation for progressive or harmonic wave. Fifth is principle of superposition of waves, and last summary. So these are the topics of the today's lecture. We will discuss each one by one. Disclaimer: the images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So, topic is waves, wave motion. So, wave motion involves transfer of disturbance, or we can say transfer of energy from one point to another with particles of medium oscillating about their mean positions. Clear? Means wave motion, we can say transfer of energy from one point to another point with particles medium oscillating about their mean positions. Each, that is, the particles of the medium do not travel themselves along with the wave. Instead, they oscillate back and forth about the same equilibrium position as the wave passes by. Only the disturbance is propagated. Clear? So there is a two waves, longitudinal waves and transverse waves. So question arises, what is longitudinal waves? So longitudinal waves, we can say when particles of the medium vibrate parallel to the direction of propagation of wave, then wave is called longitudinal wave. Clear? This direction of wave having in this direction and oscillation already having this direction, means both direction oscillations and direction of wave both are in same direction, means propagation of wave uh, parallel to direction of propagation of wave and medium are same. These waves propagate in the form of compression and rarefaction. The compression and rarefaction. Clear? They involve changes in pressure and volume. This one. The medium of propagation must possesses elasticity of volume. They are set up in solids, liquids and gases. Clear? So this type of waves is longitudinal waves. Whereas transverse waves, or we can say when the particles of the medium vibrate in a direction perpendicular to direction of propagation of wave, then wave is called transverse waves. Clear? So there is a two type of waves, and main difference is in longitudinal waves medium vibrate parallel to the direction of propagation, whereas in transverse waves medium vibrate in a direction of perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Clear? So two waves, longitudinal and transverse. So this is the here this is the oscillation direction and this is the direction of wave. It means this and this both are perpendicular. That's why trans here in the definition written is when particles of medium vibrate in direction and perpendicular to direction of propagation of wave. Clear? So these waves propagate in the form of crest and trough. These waves can be set up in solids, surface of liquids, but never be in gases. But these set up in solids, liquid and gases. But these setups only solid and liquids, but not never in gases. Clear? So these are the main difference. We can say this is the main difference between the longitudinal wave and transverse wave. Clear? longitudinal and transverse waves. Next is terms used in wave motion. First is angular wave number. Number of wavelength in the distance of 2 pi is called wave number or propagation constant. K is equal to 2 pi divided by lambda radian per meter. Clear? Second is particle velocity. It is the velocity of particle executing simple harmonic motion. So that is V equal to dy upon dt. So V equal to dy upon me dt. So this is the particle velocity and this is the wave number, angular wave number. Clear? These are the important formulas in exam point of view, where y denotes displacement at any instant. Third is wave velocity. The velocity of transverse wave motion is given by v equal to displacement traveled by wave divided by time taken. So this is the wave velocity. Clear? This is the formula of wave velocity. Distance traveled by the wave to the time taken. This one. Where v is equal to lambda by t. So distance taken by the wave is lambda and distance traveled by the wave is lambda and time is t. So 1 by t divided multiply lambda. So omega by x, or we can say v equal to v lambda. This one. V is equal to mu lambda. V is equal to mu lambda. So differential equation of the wave is d square y upon dx square is equal to 1 upon v square d square y upon dt square. So this is the differential equation of wave. Clear? So these are the different terms used in the wave motions like angular wave number, particle velocity, wave velocity and differential equation of motion. Clear? And these are the formulas of angular wave number, velocity and wave velocity, this, and this is the differential equation. Next is speed of waves. Speed of waves is divided into two types as per nature of wave. These are given below. First is speed of transverse wave. The expression for speed of transfer waves in a solid in case of a stretched string can be obtained theoretically. In solids, v equal to this one, under root eta divided by t. So this is the speed of transverse waves, where eta is the modulus of rigidity and d is the density of medium. Clear? And in stretched string, v is equal to under root t divided by m. So t is equal to under root v equal to under root mg divided by pi r square d, where t is the tension of the string, m is the mass per unit length of the string, and m is mass suspended from the spring, r is radius of the strings, and d is the density of the material of the string. So these are the different terms used and their symbols in speed and waves type phenomena. Clear? Next is speed of longitudinal wave. Following are the expressions for speed of longitudinal waves in different types of media. First, if medium is solid, in that case v equal to under root b plus 4 by n eta divided by rho. This is for speed of longitudinal wave. Clear? This one, where b, eta and rho are values of bulk modulus, modulus of rigidity and density of solid respectively. Clear? If the solid is in the form of a long rod, then v equal to under root y divided by rho, where y is the Young's modulus of the solid material. In liquid, v equal to under root b divided by rho, where v is the bulk modulus of liquid. So these are the speed of longitudinal wave. According to Newton's formula, speed of sound in a gas is obtained by replacing b with initial pressure p of the gas. So b equal to p, in that case V is equal to under root P by rho. Clear? Next is factors affecting speed of sound. Effect of temperature on velocity. With rise in temperature, the velocity of sound increases as of sound in air increases by 0.61 meter per second for every 1 degree Celsius rise in temperature. So V equal to under root gamma RT divided by M. So V is directly proportional to square root of T. This one. So V2 upon V1 is equal to under root T2 by T1. So these are the only formulas related to terms. Next is effect of pressure for gaseous medium. Pressure has no effect on velocity of sound, provided temperature remains constant. Next is effect of humidity. When humidity in air increases, its density decreases, and so velocity sound increases. Clear? So there is a relation. Humidity increases, density decreases. Clear? Humidity increases, density decreases. Density decreases, so velocity of sound increases. Clear? It means if the humidity in air is increases, velocity of sound is increases. Clear? So these are the relation between effect of humidity. For solids, V equal to under root Y upon D. And for liquids, V equal to under root B upon D. Clear? Where B is Young's modulus of elasticity, and this is for Y is equal to Young modulus of elasticity, and B equal to bulk modulus of elasticity. Clear? Next is sound waves. The longitudinal waves which can be heard are called sound waves. They are classified into following categories. First is infrasonics. The longitudinal waves having frequencies below 20 Hz are called infrasonics. Clear? It means those waves which have frequencies below 20 Hz are called infrasonics. Clear? These waves cannot be heard. These waves can be heard by snakes or small elements, small animals. Clear? Second is audible waves. The longitudinal waves hearing by frequency between 20 Hz and 20,000 Hz are called audible waves. These range have for human can hear these waves. Third is ultrasonics. The longitudinal waves having the frequency above 20,000 Hz called ultrasonics. These waves also called supersonic waves or supersonics. Clear? So we learn three types of sound waves: infrasonics, audible waves, and ultrasonics. In infrasonics are audible for snakes, and audible waves for human, and ultrasonics for called supersonic. Clear? And their ranges for infrasonic below 20 Hz. Audible waves ranges 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz, and ultrasonic above the 20,000 Hz. Clear? So this is the concept of sound waves. Next is displacement relation for a progressive or harmonic wave. The wave equation, or we can say the equation of a plane progressive or simple harmonic wave traveling along positive direction of x-axis, y equal to a sine omega t minus kx. This one, y equal to this relation. So y equal to a sine 2 pi by t minus x lambda multiply by t, lambda divided by t. Clear? Y equal to a sine omega t minus kx. So y equal to a sine 2 pi by t minus x t by lambda. Y equal to a sine 2 pi by lambda vt minus x is equal to y equal to a sine omega t minus x by v. So y equal to a sine 2 pi t by t minus x by lambda. If maximum value of y equal to a, that is A is amplitude, then dy upon dt is equal to velocity of particle. So v equal to dy upon dt is equal to a omega cos 2 pi by lambda vt minus x. This one. So dy upon dt maximum is equal to 2 pi v a divided by lambda, which is equal to 2 pi n a, which is equal to omega a, where n is equal to frequency. Acceleration of particle d square y upon dt square is equal to minus omega square alpha sine 2 pi by lambda vt minus x. So this is for acceleration for particle. And for a wave, velocity of sound wave, v equal to frequency multiply wavelength. So v equal to n lambda, this one. And angular speed omega is equal to 2 pi by n, which is equal to 2 pi divided by t. So omega equal to 2 pi v divided by lambda, this one. So these are the displacement relation for progressive or harmonic waves. Next is relation between phase differences, path differences and time differences. Phase differences phi is equal to 2 pi divided by lambda multiplied by path difference denoted by x. So phi equal to 2 pi x divided by lambda, and which is equal to x equal to phi lambda divided by 2 pi. So here phi equal to 2 pi divided by lambda and path difference x. That's why here formula becomes phi equal to 2 pi x divided by lambda, and cross multiply you will be get x equal to phi lambda divided by 2 pi. Similarly, phase difference phi equal to 2 pi multiply by t divided by t multiply time difference t, this one. So phi equal to 2 pi t divided by t is equal to, calculating this term you will get t equal to t phi divided by 2 pi, this one. And time difference t is equal to t divided by lambda multiply by path difference x. So t equal to tx divided by lambda, so at x becomes lambda t by t. So this is the relation between path difference, this one, path phase difference, this one. This is for path phase difference and this is for time difference. Clear? There is a main three terms: phase difference, which is phi, and path difference we can x, and time difference t. Clear? Next is principle of superposition of waves. So two or more waves can traverse the same space independently of one another. The resultant displacement of each particle of the medium at any instant is equal to the vector sum of displacement produced by the two waves separately. The displacement is called principle of superposition of waves. Mathematically can be expressed as a y equal to y1 plus y2 plus y3 and so on. Clear? This one. Next is interference of waves. When two waves of same frequency or same wavelength traveling along same path superimpose each other, there occurs redistribution of energy in the medium. At a given position, x being constant, displacement due to two waves. Here is the, so this is y1, a1 sin omega t, and y2, a2 sin omega t plus phi. Clear? Then resultant displacement is y equal to y1 plus y2 is equal to a sin omega t plus phi, and magnitude under root a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos phi. This is the vector law of addition or subtraction. This here use the vector addition. This is for a1 and this is for a2. Clear? So tan theta is equal to a2 sin phi divided by a1 a2, a1 plus a2 cos phi. This is tan theta. Clear? So these are the interference of waves terms. Next is constructive and destructive interference. When the wave meet point with some phase, constructive interference is obtained at that point. First, phase difference between the waves at the point of observation phi equal to 0 degree or 2 pi n. Second is resultant amplitude at the point of observation will be maximum. A max is equal to a1 plus a2. This one. When the waves meet a point with opposite phase, destructive interference is obtained at that point. First, phase difference between the waves at point observation phi equal 180 degree or 2n minus 1 multiplied by pi, and resultant amplitude at the point of observation will be minimum. So A minimum is equal to A1 minus A2, this one. So these are the only concept formulas based on constructive and destructive interference. Clear? Next is intensity. The intensity of wave is the average amount of energy transported by the wave per unit area per unit normally across a surface at a given point. So intensity I1 is directly proportional to amplitude A whole square. It means I1 divided by I2 is equal to A1 divided by A2 whole square. So this is the intensity relation. So if I1 and I2 are intensities of the interfering waves and phi is the phase difference, then resultant intensity is given by I equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 under root I1 I2 cos phi. This is the resultant intensity. So I max is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 under root I1 I2 is equal to under root I1 plus I2 whole square. This is convert to become whole in the terms of whole square. So under root I1 plus under root I2 whole square for pi equal to 2 pi n, and I minimum 1 I1 plus I2 minus 2 under root I1 I2. So this is for I minimum under root I1 minus under root I2 whole square for phi equal to 2n plus 1 pi. Clear? So this is for intensity I max and I minimum. Clear? Next is power. If P is the power of sound source, then intensity I follows inverse square law of distance d. So I equal to P divided by 4 pi d square. This is power. Clear? I equal to P divided by 4 pi d square. Force, power upon area. This is intensity. Next is summary. So in today's lecture, we learn first is wave motion, the propagation of disturbances through a medium characterized by oscillations that transfer energy. Second is speed of waves, the velocity at which wavefronts travel determined by the medium's properties and type of wave. Clear? Third, sound waves, longitudinal waves that require a medium, solid, liquid, gas for propagation, characterized by compression and rarefaction. And displacement relation for progressive or harmonic wave, mathematical description of wave displacement as a function of position, time, typically expressed as a sine or cosine function. Clear? So these are the important terms. Last, principle of superposition of waves. When two or more waves overlap, the resultant displacement is algebraic sum of their individual displacements. Clear? This is the principle of superposition of waves. Means when two or more waves overlap, the resultant displacement is algebraic sum of their individual displacements. Clear? Thank you.